Imagine a photographer receiving clear instructions from Padre Pio, but instead of listening to him, completely ignoring what he said. Well, this transgression came with a price, but produced a fascinating story. Stay tuned. Welcome back to our YouTube channel following Padre Pio. If you're new to our channel, Padre Pio was a Capuchin friar, mystic, and a miracle worker whose intercession is still very powerful and active today. We publish videos and shorts 5 days a week, so follow us to find out more about the life of this fascinating saint, and you will be amazed at what Padre Pio can do for you, a family member, or a friend. And now to our story. Today's story comes from the book Blessed Padre Pio, the Friar of San Giovanni by John McCaffery. Within its pages, McCaffery shares a fascinating tale that illustrates how unwise it was to disobey Padre Pio, a man whose wishes were often accompanied by miraculous occurrences. Listen to this. John McCaffery starts the story by sharing the treasured mementos he had from Padre Pio. Bandages, blessed medals, and even clippings from his tonsure trimming. Among his most prized possessions were little pictures with prayers handwritten by Padre Pio for him and his wife. As you can imagine, these items held immense spiritual value for him. Furthermore, McCaffery also had photographs taken with Padre Pio thanks to the efforts of Padre Giacomo, the monastery's photographer. Despite Padre Pio's reluctance to be photographed, he would consent when necessary, and Giacomo became skilled at capturing moments without attracting much attention. However, there was one photograph where Padre Pio's expression clearly showed his annoyance with the constant snapping. McCaffery notes, "I possess one photograph in which the expression on his face as he sees the camera about to click shows clearly that he thinks the thing is being overdone." I believe this here is the photograph McCaffery is referring to. Padre Pio indeed looks very displeased. One fascinating incident involved a summer mass celebrated in front of the church under a veranda due to the heat and large crowds. McCaffery had the honor of serving this mass, and his friend Gino Gisleri was determined to have it photographed for future generations. Gino hired a local professional photographer for the job. After the mass, Gino happily informed McCaffery that the photos would be ready by the afternoon. However, when they came to collect them, the photographer's sister delivered unexpected news. There was nothing to collect. She explained, "My brother, you see, tried to be too smart." "What do you mean too smart?" growled Gino. "Well, as Padre Pio was coming round the altar," she replied, "he saw my brother with his camera and said to him that he must take no more than 1 or 2 photographs during the Mass. My brother agreed, but then shot 2 whole spools. They all came out blank." She looked at them as if to say, what did he expect? How could anyone be so foolish? Indeed, it was a lesson in humility and obedience, as they realized that Padre Pio's wish was not to be taken lightly. But our story doesn't end just here. That evening, McCaffery shared this story with Dr. Sanguinetti, who said, "No, don't tell me. Do you realize that exactly the same thing happened to me, 2 spools and all?" Now, just a quick side note for context. Dr. Sanguinetti was Padre Pio's spiritual son. He was chosen by Padre Pio to help manage the building of the hospital in San Giovanni Rotondo. I made a video about this titled "The Atheist, Padre Pio, and the Winning Lotto Ticket." It's a fascinating story, so if you haven't seen it yet, you can find a link in the description below. Now back to Dr. Sanguinetti's account. The hospital roof had just been completed, and Padre Pio was invited to admire the view. Dr. Sanguinetti thought this was an excellent occasion to take some photographs. He took his first snap as Padre Pio was looking over the horizon. However, at that very moment, a gust of wind blew Padre Pio's scarf across his face. As he was readjusting the scarf, he noticed the camera and said, "No, dottore, no photographs, please." "Right, Padre, sorry," said Dr. Sanguinetti. But, despite Padre Pio's request for no pictures, the doctor continued snapping one photograph after another, capturing numerous moments of Padre Pio interacting with the friars and laypeople until he used up 2 entire spools of film. However, when the film was developed, only the first photograph came out, the one taken before Padre Pio's request. McCaffery recalls, "They all came out blank, except the first one with the scarf blowing across Padre Pio's face, the one he shot before being forbidden." End of story. Thank you for listening. Please do like and share this video to help our channel grow. And please give our channel a boost by continuing to watch another video. This will help with the YouTube algorithm. I have recommended some videos especially chosen for you on the end screen. Or just click on one of the links in the description below for a full selection of great Padre Pio stories, or our playlist of Padre Pio Thoughts for the Day. And don't forget to enroll your Mass intentions for next Friday's Padre Pio Holy Mass. You'll find the link in the description below. And stay tuned for the next video on the life of Padre Pio.